I'm on the island of Kauai, an idyllic destination for honeymooners, Hollywood blockbusters, and now, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's own private sanctuary.
But there's a dark side to this paradise that Zuckerberg has brought to light. A century-long battle over land that began when American plantation owners overthrew the Hawaiian kingdom.
So now a billionaire comes in with his money, doing it by force, removing people out of their land.
We see these sort of things going on every day where what little land that was left for us now is up for grabs.
This is a rock wall Zuckerberg built around his 700-acre property. And just to give you some perspective here, you could fit more than 500 football fields inside.
It's one thing to want to protect your property. It's another when Native Hawaiians like Shannon Buckner still own pieces of your land.
So the land that you own is just across this fence right here?
Yes.
But Mark Zuckerberg has put up this wall and fence and it says no trespassing?
Yeah.
What would happen if you tried to go over there?
I'll get arrested for trespassing.
Even though it's your land?
Yep.
Shannon is among countless Native Hawaiians who own inherited lands called kuleana, which means responsibility. Individual parcels can sometimes be small, but they're owned collectively and are meant to ensure Native ownership in perpetuity. The problem is, kuleana lands are passed down through the generations without a will or deed. The lack of paper trail means some descendants don't even know they own land. Other times, under a complicated legal system called quiet title, a buyer like Zuckerberg can sue kuleana owners to force them to sell their lands, usually at auction for pennies on the dollar. And that's just what he did, suing hundreds and infuriating many more.
Ironically, he built this wall for privacy and it's just attracting more people.
He was always famous, but now they know what property he owns.
Keola Worthington is one of the descendants of the land Zuckerberg has walled off. The Facebook CEO paid a reported $100 million to buy the land in 2014, which includes a former sugarcane plantation and a beach previously owned by a millionaire.
Capitalism, or white man style, I call it. There needs to be one owner. One man needs the power and authority to just control everything. It's kind of like a repeat of the overthrow of Hawaii, another overthrow of our people and land.
That's how many Native Hawaiians see it. When word got out about the lawsuits, they called out Zuckerberg using his own platform. They even made videos and memes blasting him. Zuckerberg apologized and dropped his lawsuits. We reached out multiple times for comment and were sent an op-ed he wrote saying he'll talk to the community and find a better approach. But many told us the damage is already done.
We have a hard time sleeping since this came up. Just always on your mind. It's hard to save your land when you have a billionaire fighting you for it.
Terry Ferreira's cousin sold her land for $400 to a company called North Shore Kalo LLC, not realizing it's owned by Zuckerberg. Then his attorney called Terry.
His first words out of his mouth was, how does it feel to get $800 for land that you never knew you had? And we assume we're selling to a Kalo farmer. We're like, yeah, that sounds good.
Kalo is the Hawaiian word for taro, a plant that's sacred to Native Hawaiians. It's central to their creation story and is a staple food in its pounded form.
And then you found out that North Shore Kalo LLC is Mark Zuckerberg's company.
Yes.
And how did you feel when you found that out?
I was mad. I was upset. I felt deceived.
Will you sell the land?
No, I won't sell it. He can offer me $100,000. I won't take it.
Tell me why.
Because it's our culture. That's our native land, and just to preserve it. What you see here in Hawaii now, with all the buildings and just the overdevelopment, we're overcrowded. Hawaii's not like how it used to be.
The problem of land loss is bigger than Zuckerberg. It's been happening since American plantation owners led a coup overthrowing the Hawaiian kingdom in 1893. Radio host Kaulani Mahuka faults the Hawaiian state she calls illegitimate for facilitating the land grabs.
This allows a wealthy landowner or someone with money to come in and essentially point at a piece of land and say, that's looking real good for me. I think I want that land. Oh, pesky Hawaiians? Kuleana land? Oh, well, how do we get rid of them? How do we get them off the land? Fake state of Hawaii comes along and says, no problem, rich guy. There's a process called quiet title.
Kaulani hosts a weekly radio show called Songs of Sovereignty, where she talks about all the land issues Native Hawaiians face today.
If you had one message for Americans who live on the mainland, who see Hawaii as this paradise, this vacation destination for their honeymoons or whatever, what would it be?
We want to share our home with people, but we want you to go home after you've visited. Stop moving here. You need to stop moving here because we have nowhere to live.
The uproar over Zuckerberg's lawsuits prompted State Representative Kaniela Ng to introduce a bill that would force anyone pursuing quiet title to enter mediation with the families first.
This is the same tool that's been used for over 200 years. The sugar barons, the plantation owners used to use it to strip Hawaiian land from Hawaiian hands. And we need to put an end to this once and for all.
Because the legal system is stacked against them, some Native Hawaiians have resorted to occupying their Kuleana lands. Jesse Steele's ancestral land in Kauai was sold by the state to mainlanders.
So this is one of many occupations you guys have?
Yeah.
How many occupations are there? A lot.
Yeah. This is our lifestyle. You see all this taro and stuff? We eat this stuff. This is all food right here.
How does it make you feel that someone from the outside who can afford it can just come and buy this sacred land where your ancestors are buried?
Makes me nuhai. I get really
Makes you what?
angry. All like the new houses down in Haena, vacation rental kind, like they dig up the bones. You know, even they don't treat it as if it was an archaeological site. They'll like they'll take the bones away and they'll still put the septic system in and they'll be shitting right where our bones were. You know.
Amid the anger, one thing is clear. Zuckerberg may have cast the biggest spotlight yet on Native Hawaiians fighting to hold on to their land, and all too often losing.
In your ideal scenario, how would this all be resolved? How would this all play out?
If he would just let us keep our land.
Aloha guys, it's Dina in Hawaii, and I hope you enjoyed this last video about Native Hawaiians fighting for their ancestral land. Make sure you check out this next video about the broader fight for sovereignty here, and let me know what you think in the comments.